Rogue trader.
Solomon, I happen to read something, and I have a few questions.
How unfortunate. Well, I'm ready to satisfy your curiosity, but I would plead for some privacy.
Sure, let's go to my quarters. Okay, so either way, we head back to my quarters. Good.
I imagine you want an explanation.
Yeah, Solomon's face gives nothing away. His eyes bore into the data slate in your hands. At last he speaks, his tone surprisingly gentle. An explanation. Smile. I wish to know if this creation has a second volume. I am amazed by the author's imagination. I am sure that is the first of many jokes you've managed to think up already.
The data slate contains my observation log on you and the members of your retinue. I use it to record habits, personality traits, and noteworthy facts. With regard to you in particular, more than that, I think you've already come across notes of a different nature, thoughts about how one might make overtures toward a rogue trader.
In a less stern man, the look the proctor gives you from beneath his slightly lowered brows could be considered roguish. How did your notes end up in the wardroom?
A foolish mistake. I'd been working at my assigned desk in the wardroom, and like an idiot, I left my data slate in there. Glato recognized it as an important item belonging to me, so he went into guard mode and started chasing off anyone who might encroach upon it. You know, you're lucky Glato didn't rip your arm off when you took the data slate from him. I'm sure he had a hard time deciding whose safety was more important, yours or my notes.
Your mistake is gave me a reading experience I shall never forget.
Yes, it gave me an unforgettable experience too.
Read out the best part. Are you talking about, I don't know what will and will not end a conversation? Because I kind of want this and the, I want to do both of these. Something tells me you left the data slate in a conspicuous place on purpose. You left it there for me.
That would be disgracefully devious for an arbitrator. I'm afraid you are overestimating my ingenuity.
Solomon's bearing makes it hard to gauge the sincerity of his words. Read out the best parts. Are you talking about these overtures?
I beg you, I'm willing to part with much of my dignity. It is certainly warranted in this case, but allow me to keep a shred.
As you read out the idea of attending a service at the reliquary together, Solomon maintains a stony expression. The idea of a romantic evening by the stained glass windows of the ship's observatorium is greeted with the barely audible grinding of teeth. At the line may be a bottle of good Amasec and an expensive ring confiscated from some acquisitive bureaucrat. His eye twitches testily. Then you begin to read out the ornate and likely copied love confession. He snorts loudly, suppressing a smile with monstrous effort. And what made you muse about how to make an overture towards me?
I made a fool of myself that night.
Yes, you did.
There was an intimacy between us.
There was.
Perhaps it made me anxious. Or perhaps I wasn't prepared to feel so strongly. But I did feel it. I think about you and about what there could be between us. If you do not feel the same, tell me. I will understand. If you do, then I want to apologize for my rash words before and take them back.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Marzai is in trouble. Lord help. Marzai is in trouble. We need to get to Marzai quickly before we we were always planning on Solomon, but it's just in your heart of hearts, you know that the psychotic Drakari really does have your heart. And then now, this is Owlcat. You can't keep doing this, Owlcat, okay? Some of us don't have it in us to keep going through this over and over and over again. But every time you come out with a new character and my heart goes, oh no. And then it just keeps, this is such a good problem to have. You are such a romantic. Where did you acquire such experience and self-assurance in the matter of the heart?
I would not call myself experienced in the subject. I've never met anyone who captivates me the way you do. I simply prefer to speak plainly.
Oh, no. And if I agree, will this be something more than a night of fun?
Much more. And something much more significant to me. I am not brazen enough to aspire to any official status, but I can promise you my friendship, my fidelity, my patience. I'm talking like a fool,
No,
aren't
keep
I?
talking.
I just enjoy being with you, and I'd like to express that feeling openly.
I would like that a lot as well. How have I beguiled you?
There is no simple answer. If I say you are special, it sounds hackneyed, doesn't it?
Little.
But it's the truth. I've never met anyone like you before.
Oh, you never will again. Tessera von Valencius is, she is something. She is truly unique. Nobody is quite this happy in the world of 40K that Tess is, so she is an enigma even to the God Emperor himself. So there is that. Hold out the data slate and put it back to the pull it back at the last minute with a smile. I have to ask, which of the ideas was your favorite?
I can show you.
Yes, please. Okay. Goodness gracious me. They're a cute, adorable little couple right now. Wait, he plays? The fighter's strong hands, accustomed to holding a weapon, rest on the organ keys with unexpected delicacy. His fingers flit confidently over the keys, producing a melody at once vigorous and full of restrained tenderness. Tremulous expectation, a searing yearning. Solomorn's face is frozen in a mask of contemplation, but his hands dance along the keys, alternating between weightless caresses and precise, bold strikes.
I've never played for anyone before. This is me making an overture.
I can't believe it. You're a musician. How can you hide such talent?
I'll settle for the title of organist in residence if you don't ask me to play anything else. I only know this piece.
You play well.
Everything I do, I aim to do well. Perfectly even.
Solomorn's eyes crease as he draws out an intricate passage from the instrument with one hand while tucking the other behind his back. All right, we're not going to pass this, but let's try. No, the melody turns discordant, the notes leaping to pounding of your heart, but your hands and his are pressed tightly together, your fingers intertwined, transforming the piece into triumphant and sensual cacophony. A faint smile dawns on Solomorn's lips, but he makes no moves to stop you. Wait, that was actually cute. It was actually cute failing.
I'm glad you gave me another chance.
He takes his hand away from the keys and draws you to him in a confident and powerful motion. The keys let out a piercing shriek under the weight of your body. Solomon gifts you with a dazzling white smile. No, I love them. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. What are we going to do? What are we supposed... Hold on. We're quick saving. What are we... No.
Rogue trader.
No, so there's nothing. Yeah. I was wondering if there'd be something more here. I wish to know more about you.
You prefer to have a better understanding of the people you travel with. That makes sense. Ask.
No, okay, so we'll come back to that later.
I'm listening.
I have other business.
You know where to find.
And then there's this man here. Goddamn Owlcat. Goddamn, how am I... What am I supposed to do with this information now? I don't know. Tess, Tess isn't going to make it, okay? We're not going to make it. So let's go do the party for Cabela. And then after that, probably check in. I don't think there's anything more from people. And then we'll go pick up... Oh, we should go see Fresno. So we'll do that. Pick up Fresno. Or go see Fresno. Do that big-ass fight. And then after we do the big-ass fight, then we'll go get Jai. Unless people need the Lord. Everybody needs Tess. My God, poor Tess, you know? She just wants a break. She got... she just had a private concert. I choose to think that it was also fun time together. But the two... Wait, do you have anything?
You have my complete attention.
Yeah, there's nothing more here. I must take my leave. Okay. Yeah, we're in trouble. Tess, you're in trouble. You got 3 people to pick from. And I don't know what you're gonna do because Marzai hasn't actually shown his face yet. And I'm sorry, or the reaction I have when he does show up. I like it how the thing for this, the journal entry, says the rogue trader has seen enough. She saw enough a long time ago. She doesn't need to see any more. Trust me, she's done. This fight, if this is the fight I'm thinking it is I don't know. I'm very curious if we do a better job. Also, we're in theory entering in from a different way than we did before. I am heckin' curious if the fight is now, because we did so much so fast the last time, because we were so late into the game when we met Cabela. No, this is exactly, I think, where I think it is.
It's about time.
But because we were so late, a lot of stuff happened fast, so I don't know what the pacing is right now. But I do believe the last time we came through this way, and then the baddies attacked, and so there was really nowhere. Like, Tess died early. If you watched that, you'll know. But if you didn't, she died super early because there was no place to put a sniper. So I'm kind of hoping we're starting from a slightly better place now. Captain Fresno has acquired a few wounds since your last conversation. Half of his ear is gone, and you notice that he's wearing bloodied bandages under his uniform. Seeing you, he quickly injects himself with a stimulant and straightens. How may I serve you, Lord Captain? Were you in a shootout? Yeah, so there's been a raid on a local gang. We finally cleared out the scoundrels who were smuggling goods to our neighboring compartments. No one escaped. Fresno permits himself a brief smile of grim satisfaction. Enforcers have been appropriating ration cards from workers and workers returning from their shift. Why is that? The compartment has just enough food to avoid starvation, Lord Captain. This is why the enforcers are making sure that no serf has more cards than they're supposed to. They used to rip out people's tongues for it, but I reduced the punishment to simply beating the thieves and confiscating their cards. The orders are to give these cards to workers who are starving due to a lack of work shifts. Not that it helps them much, but it's better than nothing, Fresno scoffs. Are there enforcers guilty of misappropriating the confiscated items? Yes. Do those caught stealing receive severe punishment? Absolutely. I finished. The captain raises a wary eyebrow. Will there be any orders based on the inspection's conclusions? Workers are to be provided with everything they need. Food and medicine will be delivered to the bay, and you are to demote any enforcer found to be abusing their authority. Only harsh she's not a harsh measures kind of gal. Allowing people to commit. I'm sure you would have done something by now, but there are certain rules you have to follow. Are simply to... Oh. No, the heretical one is weird. No. Remember. Okay? Noble Tess likes being liked. Until she has to murder everybody. Those are two different things when they happen, but like they can happen simultaneously as well. The captain needs a moment to handle his confusion. Orders understood. So we have gained educated labor. Good, good. I was attacked. Fresno lets out a menacing growl as his face fills with blood. Who dared? I'm only going to ask this once. How did the wretches from the lower deck get their hands on a crate of auto guns? Auto guns? Purple spots appear on his face. Warp take me. They couldn't have bypassed the security of munition trains and walked away with the cargo without help from someone in the enforcers. I executed one reprobate who was trafficking in weapons not too long ago. But even that moron wasn't so greedy and stupid as to arm the rabble with auto guns. So there is another who dishonors the enforcer's uniform. I'll find the maggot and shove their head under a passing train. The foreman believes that the people who stole the auto guns are connected to Nemesite. The foreman, you wouldn't believe the kinds of thugs he welcomes to his vat. I agree that sympathizers of Nemesite's anarchic cause may be involved in this outrage, but I don't trust that foreman character. He knows everyone in the bay, he sees everything, but he never informs on one of his own. He only complains about problems I'm already aware of. I encountered mutants in the Pestilence Pit. They seem to be under the influence of unholy powers. You went to the Pestilence Pit? You? Into the Pestilence Pit. Fresno stares off into the distance as he speaks. Pardon me, Lord Captain, I just can't even begin to find the words I would use if I had to tell the Master-at-Arms that you had perished in there. He rubs his temples warily. The enforcers do regular checks to see if there are any dangerous blight-stricken rejects hiding at the bottom of the bay. I implore you, Lord Captain, leave this job to us. Be steadfast in your duty, Fresno. Was that it? Time passed. 3 days. Ah, never mind. They are still... Lord Captain here to report. Okay. Never mind. I think I gotta start... Where? What? What is the, So... Is that it? Astray. No? No. Ritual the upper decks. Okay, that I can do next. But I think... Yeah. I think we're done. Good. How do I... Where am I? Unless...
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Because this is the only way in or out, right? No, don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me! Okay. Am I supposed to talk to you again? Okay. Okay. Bye. Leave, Tess! Run with your life! I think everything's good. For now. We're gonna pretend that we know exactly what just happened. I have no idea what just happened. Let's do the Cabela thing next and get the very awkward soiree over with. And that way that's done. And then I think it's time to go get Jai. Like 100%. I like it though that like you could totally, I think in theory, right? Ignore Jai. Like you don't actually have to go get her. Which is crazy to me. Like you could technically, I don't think you actually have to take anybody, right? Which is even more insane. Wait. Oh, am I supposed to go talk to... Hold on. Am I supposed to go talk to... I didn't want you. This. Is it Astray? Secrets of the Cult? No. Oh, I gotta go to the officer's deck. Oops. At my throne. I gotta go the other way. Listen, I know my ship, okay? I don't know my ship at all. I know it barely. Itty bitty amounts. Hello. Nice to see you all. Officer's deck. Lovely. I wonder if I had gone straight to the officer's deck if it would have taken everybody, which would have been awkward AF, but also hilarious. Let's see, 94%. 100. Yeah, Tess. Cabela stands out clearly from the officers in attendance, both for her favoring the full regalia of a member of the Bloodspun Web over formal attire and for the empty space around her. The other attendees are keeping their distance as if an air of mortal danger repels them from your companion. Denrock, whose keen, worried gaze is locked on Cabela and whose mouth is stretched into the most courteous of smiles, gives you a hurried bow. Your ladyship. Dom and Tessera, you are here. Cabela sounds neither excited nor solemn. Her tone is indifferent as her fearsome metal claws clutch a slice of fruit from one of the plates. How do you like the ceremonies on the upper deck? I am attempting to peer through the florid shell to the core, yet it continues to elude me. Cabela looks you in the eye. What is the purpose of this ritual, Dom and Tessera? Explain it to me. Gratitude. My crew is willing to give their lives for the dynasty. It's my way of showing it power. These people came at the snap of my fingers. They look at me hanging up on my, camaraderie? Spending all your... No. Noble Tess is gratitude. She's grateful, but also power. It's both. Like, here's the other thing, though. I don't know if a noble Tess would just like outright tell somebody like the real truth. Like, nobles have layers to that. I mean, everybody has layers to them, but I feel like there is what she would just tell everyone and then what the real meaning is. So while the real thing is power, it's also gratitude, because that's what we're telling people and anybody can overhear at a moment's notice kind of vibe. So we're going with gratitude. Does one merit gratitude for doing what their duty demands? Will these people act differently without your show of appreciation? I hope that is not the case. I'm too conspicuous beside the rest of your servants. Cabela looks at other guests and they quickly avert their eyes. A fitting mask. That is what is required for a ritual like this. I came unprepared. It will not happen again. You found a delicacy to your liking? She smiled. Food like this is impossible to come by in the lower bays. I do not know what this is, but it tastes incredible. Juice is dripping down her fingers and hand. It seems she's the only one here who has not lost her appetite. The officers' faces have turned into pale, alarmed masks, and none of them is in a hurry to enjoy the feast. How are you? I feel wrong. Strange people, strange sounds and gestures. Cabela lets out a sharp breath. Her gaze becomes vacant, and her hand reaches for the table knife. I am losing myself in this whirlpool. Grasping the knife, she begins to carve lines right into the expensive wooden tabletop. A nervous murmur runs through the crowd. Their tense gazes are locked on the harmless-looking, barely sharpened metal utensil in the hands of the cultist of the Bloodspun Web. I see you already mastered the art of commanding attention. You seem to be quite in your element. Coercion. Look at the other attendees. Could it be that someone here finds the conduct of the Lord Captain's guest disturbing? Your words diffuse the fearful attention focused on Cabela as a strike cruiser scatters a raider squadron. The officer stops staring at your intimidating companion. Cabela glances at the maze she has inscribed and sighs. Whenever I lose my thread, whenever I am forced to astray by the outside world, I return to the labyrinth. It has all the answers. My meditation helps. In finding my way out, I regain myself and praise the righteousness of serving the Undying One. Your choice of attire is not customary. I sense that this gathering was a terrible mistake. Danrock sighs heavily and looks down. Why? You've looked behind the curtain at my existence, and now I've looked at yours. She stares intently. I do not think that we have heard all the words that should have been spoken here today. Is it because you do not wish to say them in front of witnesses? It's high time the Delium... I grow weary of the crowd. Take a walk. I don't know what we're doing. Are we flirting or not? Cabela avoids her gaze as the two of you walk away from the other guests. She seems calm, but the slight tremble running down her arm, her right hand betrays her agitation. Once you're alone, she looks straight at you. I have discerned what you were doing here, and I know that you're calling it a ritual was a ruse. True, which rituals are constant, immutable, like the cycles of the cooling machines and the ship's bowels or the shifts of the bay servants. This was spontaneous, something you prepared just for me, and then you stayed at my side the entire time. Now, here you are granting me yet another request. Why is that? What do you mean, why? There is no place for idle benevolence, neither along your thread nor along mine. Her eyes seem almost to glow in the dark, yet you offer me attention and privileges that are both undeserved and unnecessary. You're my comrade. I cannot simply dismiss you and your wishes. I wanted to show you that there are things... No, yeah, I can't simply dismiss you and your wishes. She lowers her head and looks up at you with warmth. Here, at the top, everyone's blood still carries a craving for what my cult sees as weakness. Attachments, intimacy. I understand, but I have no need for them. And yet, I am grateful for the offer. She shakes herself slightly as if throwing a familiar cloak of aloofness over her shoulders. We must now return each to our own thread. Thank you. I always find it interesting to show Cabela the other side. Oh. Poor Cabela, though. We just, literally, legitimately threw her into this, enjoy! What? LOL, sorry about that. All right. This is not the right mouse profile. I can't quick save. No. Yeah, I can quick save now. Are we placing bets on how many interruptions I'll get on the way back to Footfall? I'm guessing at least 2, maybe 3. It's gonna be great though. Okay, so do we go... What is this? Uncharted. Is this Footfall? Yes, okay. So we're gonna go here because it's green, okay? Green is good. Green means go. I'm saving. I'm quick saving each time in case I get a dumbass thing that I gotta do. By the god, no perils. Yay! Green. We love green. Good. Wait, really? Tess, are you gonna get through this no problem? I'm shocked. This is what happens when you test the game, though. When you tell the game that you're expecting a whole bunch of shite to happen and then nothing happens to turn you into a dirty, rotten liar, you get rewarded. Because this, trust me, is a reward. What is that one? Okay, we're gonna go here first. Shadow Quarters. Yes, Shadow Quarters. So, who are we gonna get rid of while we take Jai with us? Maybe Pascal? Maybe. Probably. And then we'll get him back ASAP. Because I think with Jai, you gotta like take somebody, like you gotta leave somebody behind for a bit. Unless, I don't want to go to the Amber's base right away, right? Oh, let's see. So okay, so we gotta go up here. I think Jai is like all the way up. So, whoops, where did I? Hello? Where is everybody? Oh no. What is that? Oh. Okay, here's everybody. LOL. This?
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Oh. Rising sun symbol. Oddly repulsive, even sinister. Of course it's sinister.
Victory awaits.
It's from a cult. What did you expect? 100% sinister. I don't understand people anymore. Okay. Remember if you watch the first
Watch out.
run, remember when I got so lost doing the shadow quarters? I think it took us like forever to get through like nearly anything around here. Is the bar up here? Oh no, I think. Wait. What is this? I think I Adeptus Amascus. Yeah, I think I did it. Woo! I don't know footfall at all, but at least I know this. Is there anything over here?
None shall stand in my way.
Girl who? Oh, we gotta talk to old Riza too, right? Let her know about that who's he watching my thingy's fine? Yes, we do. That we took him on our crew. I mean, he can go back if he wants. Like, Tess wasn't gonna like keep him forever, but like, if he doesn't want to be kept forever. We've murdered people in here. If you're curious, there's been quite a few shootouts in here, courtesy of Tess too.
Halt! I noticed something.
What did you notice, honey? Okay. Is that Glado? Glado? Where are you go? Your dog left.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Is he coming back? I would feel more comfortable if Glado was here. Oh wait, no, or was it somebody else's dog? Okay. Now let's go in here and open this door.